Okay, so I wasn't here on Friday because of band, so I didn't get a mentor video or like the paper for it, but I know the process. We read each paragraph and then we talk about it and yeah. So, I'm going to read this to my mom and then we'll
Can you hand
dissect
me that
it.
pen, please?
Okay,
Thank
here
you.
you go. Okay, title. Yeah, I still have to fix that. I don't know what to do. So, okay, 10 o'clock at night, the news is on, and all to be seen are the hopeless criminals' mugshots plastered on the television screen. These people have no future ahead of them drugs, alcohol, stealing, and now they will spend a period of their lives in jail. This can be the initial thought that goes through one's mind, but is simply not the case. Although jail may not seem ideal in the case of bettering oneself or even obtaining a skill or a degree, it can be done. Not only are there a variation of groups and clubs, but these people all have the same thing in common. They are in jail. This limits what they could be able to do out in society, but they are still able to achieve what they want to do, even if they are locked up. That alone shows that jail systems create a stable environment and an opportunity to better oneself. Okay.
For what?
We have to go through each paragraph
All
separately.
right. Okay. Dean, would you mute that TV or something? We're trying to record this thing and I can't even hear. All to be seen? I don't know. That doesn't sound right. 10 o'clock at night, the news is on and all to be seen.
I know it sounds.
To be seen are those criminals' mugshots. All there is to be seen.
All to be seen. I mean, I think that makes.
All right. It just doesn't sound right to me. Okay. Hopeless criminals' mugshots plastered on the television screen. One's mind, that needs to be apostrophe S.
Okay, I couldn't.
Because it's supposed to be possessive. One's mind.
Yeah.
It is simply not the case. I don't see my deal in the case of bettering oneself or doing obtaining a skill degree. It can't be done. A variation? A variation. You mean a variety of groups and clubs?
Yeah.
Or I don't know how you mean
sense,
that.
Doesn't
Not
it?
only are there a variation of groups, what do you mean?
Variety. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you mean variety or if you mean a variation. A variation.
Doesn't that mean the same thing?
No.
Well, then what does it mean?
Well, variation is be like a difference. It's like there's this type of plant, and then this plant is a variation of the first.
Oh, yeah. I'm not
thinking. Do you mean variety there?
I meant variety.
Okay.
I'm just typing and not, it doesn't always make sense.
Okay, not only are there a variety of groups and clubs, but these people all have the same thing in common. They are too. What do you mean? Not only are there, what do you mean by groups and clubs? Groups and clubs.
Like
where?
there's, you're gonna learn about it later in the paper, but it's like religious groups, and then there's like AA clubs. I don't know, like different.
You mean out in society there's these groups and clubs? Or in prison there's these groups?
In prison.
Okay, jail may not seem the ideal. Can be done not only a variety of groups and clubs. Okay, I just didn't. Okay, you mean you're talking about in jail? Okay, but these people are the same. Could be able to do out in society. If they are locked up, that alone shows that jail systems create a stable environment. Okay, all right. I don't have anything else right now on that.
Okay. There are many programs and groups available to inmates to help them learn and grow in different areas. These programs consist of different topics and people depending on the situations they have been in their lives. According to jail programs for inmates, the topics range from religious services to high school education classes. Regarding their religious services, there are religious-based life skills classes, and these are very beneficial considering the inmates may not feel I don't know why I put an apostrophe there, may not feel hopeful anymore due to their situation. Having a faith and knowing that others do too can help give a sense of peace. Since the age range of these inmates varies, there are classes for those who are or who have been in high school still. Oh, I guess I meant that like if they were in high school and then they went to jail, so I don't know, I could take that out. These education classes give the teenagers and young adults the opportunity to finish their high school careers, attain their GED, and start the next chapter in their lives. By achieving this important step in the inmates' lives, this allows for them to start looking for career opportunities while they are still in jail, so that when they are finally released, they can hopefully earn a living right away. There are a countless number of different drug and alcohol programs as well, helping the inmates overcome their reckless past. Since that is one of the most common problems in the jail systems today, it is good that they are addressing it and trying to fix the problem within these inmates. Overall, there are a number of support groups, classes, and people ready to help guide and lead these inmates to a better future.
Okay, let's go back to that's a long paragraph. Okay.
Well, it's all about the...
Yeah. Many programs and groups build these programs consist of different topics and people. The programs consist of people.
Like they different. There's
you
people,
mean in speakers, or
no, like the people that are like the inmates that are in the programs. There's going to be like depending on what they've been in their life, been through in their life. There's going to be different people.
The program member or no? Okay.
Yeah, the members.
The programs consist of different
topics and members. Topics and members. Maybe.
Yes. Maybe. Yeah.
These programs consist of different topics, and
I see. I'm thinking like, okay, so the makeup of the program. Okay, I see now. These programs consist of different topics and people. Okay, all right. No, that makes sense. I'm just tired. Depending on the situations they have been in their lives, according to jail programs for inmates. Topics range from religious services to high school education classes. Regarding the religious services, there are religious-based. I think that should be hyphenated. Religious-based.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
I would. Off the website.
I would. Well, it's maybe.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Religious-based life. There are religious-based life skills classes, and these are very beneficial considering the inmates. You don't need.
I know. I crossed it off.
May not feel hopeful anymore due to their situation. Having a faith and knowing that others do too can help give a sense of peace. Since the age range of these inmates varies, there are classes for those who are or would have been in high school.
Yeah, I don't think I
or would. Okay, there are classes for those who are or would have been in high school. You don't need
Does
still.
that make sense?
You don't need still.
I just okay.
There are classes for those who would have been in high school. These education classes give the teenagers and young adults the opportunity to finish their high school careers. You might say complete their high school careers. In a GED and start the next chapter in their lives by achieving this important step in the inmates' lives. This allows for them to start looking for career opportunities while they are still in jail, so that when they are finally released, they can hopefully earn a living right away. There are a countless number of different drug and alcohol programs as well, helping the inmates overcome their reckless pasts. Since that is one of the most common problems, what is one of the most common problems? Their reckless past with drug and alcohol.
Drug and alcohol. Yeah, I have to. Okay. Helping the inmates overcome. Since drugs and alcohol is one of the most. Drug and alcohol use is one of the most.
Right.
Most common problems.
It's one of the most common problems in the jail system, so it's just good that they are addressing and trying to fix the problem within these inmates.
Trying to fix the problem. I don't know how to say it.
It's good they are trying to address the most common problems of the jail system. So it's good that they are addressing it and trying to rehabilitate these inmates, or trying to,
I don't know.
Is it drug and alcohol use or is addiction? It's good that they are addressing.
I don't think it sounds bad.
Trying to fix the problem within these inmates. That's not right, honey. It is good that they are addressing it and trying to fix the problem. I think there's a better way to word that.
Okay, let's move on. There's going to be like 10 minutes.
Overall,
way more than
okay, well that part of that sentence needs to be fixed.
Okay, well I'm circling it now.
Okay, go ahead. The next paragraph.
Yes, jail systems create a stable environment for those who need help, but they also need to want to better themselves. On the show, 30 Days, a complete series, some of the inmates have been in jail nearly their entire lives. While they were in there, they made plans for themselves.
Well, they were inmate. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
They made plans for themselves once they were released and were trying to get their lives back on the right track. 2 of these men were released around. Please connect charger. The battery's getting low.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, got it. We're gonna have to move it over to the side because I don't have an outlet next to the
That's
table.
okay. Alright, we're still here. It's just over there. Okay. 2 of the men were released around the same time and had very high spirits about leaving and what was to come of their new lives. Unfortunately, they both ended up back in jail nearly a month after they were released. Even though jails have the right resources for those who are incarcerated, ultimately the inmates make their own decisions and choices. But along with those choices, consequences will follow. If, however, these men chose to change their environments and the people they surround themselves with, then they would have a better chance of living a jail-free life. As the author Toba Beta once said, "You're still in prison if you do nothing better in freedom." By repeating their same lifestyles even after the inmates had help, this helped them end up back in jail. This makes it clear that even though they had help and support, they are ultimately in control of their choices.
Okay. Some of the inmates have been in jail nearly their entire lives while they were in there. I say while they were inmates. Or while they were in there.
Where is this?
They made plans for themselves once they were released and were trying to get their lives back on the right track. 2 of the men were released around the same time and had various spirits about leaving what was to come of their new lives. Period. Unfortunately, did you see period? Unfortunately, they both ended up back in jail at jail. They were released, even though jails for the right resources was incarcerated. If, however, these men chose to change their environments and the people they then chose to, past tense, chose to change their environments and the people they surrounded themselves with, then they would have a better chance of living a jail-free life. Jail-free life. As the author Toba said, why do you have multiple quotes?
Because that's his quote, and I'm quoting his quote. His quote is in my paper.
Okay.
It was already in quotes, and I'm putting it in my paper, so I have to quote it.
I see. Okay. By repeating your same lifestyles By repeating their same lifestyles even after the inmates had help, this helped them end up. By repeating their same lifestyles even after the inmates had help, they ended
up back. They ended.
Makes it clear that even though they had help and support, they are
Mechanic fixes one of his customers' cars, yet he has no idea that his mechanic used to sit in jail. The mechanic earned his GED and took different classes to help his future while he was there. And now that he is out, he has achieved his goal. Jail may seem like the end of the road to most. Secluded, depressing, and hopelessness are only a few words that could be used to describe it, but not if it is used to its fullest potential. By using the resources put in front of them, inmates can turn their bad situations into situations full of good.
Okay.
better his
To
future.
better his future, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, this was not in the paper. I just couldn't think of anything.
That's all right.
So.
Those are the things that jumped out at me. See how long this video is. Is that it? Or
Yeah, that's all. So you can
Okay.
stop the video. Bye, Mrs. Claus.